I'd like to introduce a longtime Barnabas Group member. He's actually one of the original 16. Steve Philp, come up and tell us why in the world should we care about the Barnabas Group?
All righty. Well, I just realized I'm the warm-up act for Jim Daly, so I'll try not to screw it up here. But yeah, Jim asked me to come up and be an encouragement for those of you that haven't joined the Barnabas Group yet to consider joining. And as he mentioned, my wife Lori and I, we've been privileged to be part of the Barnabas Group since inception. And in trying to describe our experience over these past years, I'm going to borrow a phrase I recently heard. A few weeks ago, Lori and I were at family camp at Forest Home, which, by the way, I recommend to everybody. So bring your kids, bring your grandkids. It's a great experience. But Josh and Sean McDowell were the speakers that week. And Josh used the concept of the one another's to kind of describe our growth or sanctification in our Christian walk. And so, you know, it's Christ alone for our salvation, but God then uses the church to assist in our sanctification, which is the one another's, and we see it all through the New Testament. We've got the love one another, be like-minded toward one another, receive one another, serve one another, comfort one another, exhort one another, minister to one another with our gifts, pray for one another, and the list goes on and on and on. So I see the Barnabas Group as a representation of these one another's that Scripture emphasizes, and we've personally experienced this through the ministries that we hear about and get exposed to, and we've had some great examples tonight. The networking and community that happens when believers gather together. The SWAT teams Jim mentioned that meet to help ministries to thrive. The special speakers, we'll hear one in a minute, that build into our lives, challenge us in our walk. The mission trips and service opportunities that we have experienced over these years. Special dinners and get-togethers, evenings, networking breakfasts. It just gives us a chance to be part of each other's lives, and travels that we've been able to do. And Jim mentioned the Israel trip that we were privileged to go on last year, which was just fantastic. So the church is built and strengthened through the one another's, and I encourage you to consider Barnabas as part of that one another experience. So please consider that. And Jim, you want to close me out here? I can go?
Yeah, you can go. I have to tell you, Steve is also the secretary for the Orange County Board, and that is a job that is a thankless job, but he does a great job at it. So if you're one of the one another's and you'd like to be encouraged and you're not a member of the Barnabas Group, at the very back of the handout that you have tonight, there's an application. I'd encourage you to tear that thing out. Sign up today. It's $1,500 a year, $125 a month. Most of us spend that on stuff we can't even remember 2 weeks later. So sign up and bring either myself or Susie that application before you leave if you're not a member yet, and make this something that's part of your life.